Well, good afternoon, everybody, and thank you for joining us for WFIN News 2. We're turning on to our traffic as we have some very extreme slow traffic on our Skycam radar or Skycam network. You can tell we do have new graphics here on WFIN News 2. I know we are experiencing a lot of new things. We're receiving new graphics later on this week. Of course, we've been working on them with our team of experts. So you'll see a few now, but you won't see them all, which is, I know, I'm sorry. But hey, we're working on them. We're working on giving you some great things that you can enjoy. But our lower third right now is one of our newest graphics. We've always had a lower third, but now we have a new and improved one. One that doesn't look as boxy and one that just flows into our live streams and just looks good. And of course, we have time and temperature back on the screen. We're watching I-85 North, exit 51 in Greenville County. Still watching that right now, as it's just continuing to stay the way it is, you know. Drivers trying to get home, I don't blame them, you know. Drivers need to get home safely because, hey, we're only on Monday or Tuesday, right? We still got the rest of the week. But we're also going to take you to our other Skycams across the upstate. Really bad ones. We're not looking at too many bad ones. I know there is a lot of slow traffic today. The next one on your screen is I-85 South at mile marker 56 in Greenville County on the way into Spartanburg County. Like I said, we're just continuing to watch that right now. As just some slowness comes into our area, which you can expect, plus more with our weather when we come back. From live to independent news, we're the ones to watch in Fountain Inn. Well, traffic is starting to clear up this afternoon. I know it was a very short break, but hey, traffic's starting to clear up. But let's go ahead and take you now to our weather right now. A live Stupid Opera 2 day, just a normal day, thankfully. We're not seeing any storms. Let's go ahead and take you right now. You can see the new top graphic. It's a little more blurry than we expected, but we do have a new top graphic that shows kind of what we're looking at with all of our stuff. It's very nice to have something here on the screen for you. Well, we're feeling in the 70s right now. 73 across Greenville. On the lower third, actually, you could see it did say that we were sitting at 72 across the area. That's currently what we're sitting at, 72 in here at the studio, and 69 in Shelby, North Carolina, and 75 towards Georgia. So with satellite and radar showing you right now, we are very nice and dry. Not seeing any storms. That is a good thing. The wind is very sustained to none. Our wind values are looking maybe gusts of 11 miles an hour, if that, across different areas across the Greenville, Spartanburg, Green Line area. Not much, maybe a gust of 2 miles an hour, if that, across our studio. But like I said, we've had little to no rain right now. That's continuing to stay in our forecast. Here's what we're looking at over the next several hours. We're staying about the 70s, dropping down to 66 by tonight. So continuing to ride the 60s. Let's just go ahead and say that. Continue to ride the 60s for the next several hours. And then waking up early tomorrow morning, maybe hitting 57. Waking up early tomorrow morning, 50s, mid 50s, upper 50s, and we start to rise 73 by lunchtime. That's going to be our main focal point. Getting warmer and warmer as the day goes on. By lunchtime, 3 o'clock, hitting 80. That's going to be pretty much our high, is 80 degrees. It'll be nice to, hey, get the kids out of school, have some nice 80-degree weather, 75 dropping down tomorrow night into the 60s. That's the same story. Waking up early Tuesday morning, feeling about the 50s as well, jumping up to 60, 70, 80 by lunchtime, staying about mid 80s. That is the story for the rest of the afternoon on Wednesday, or Thursday, excuse me. So any of those afternoon ball games, whatever, you may feel nice outside. SkyCam Network still showing that we have some pretty good traffic. We still have slow traffic on I-85 South, mile marker 56. No, nothing new with that story. But of course we will continue to inform you when we learn more, if we even learn more. But hey, we're still going to be diving into our political news here in the studio this week, as it is time to be voting for the people. It's gonna run things. I'm not 100% sure what's going to be voted on soon, so don't quote me on that. But of course we're gonna be having political stuff with our commitment 2026. But when we come back from break, we'll show you the latest on what you're voting for next when we hit the polls. Well, I'm sorry, that graphic did not load right. Let's go ahead and try that again, as sometimes our graphics don't load like they should. There we go. Very sorry there for that one for you. But let's continue to look at our afternoon sky cams. Traffic starting to move along, which is a great thing. But hey, we're now going to be transitioning to our new political state. You can actually see the new graphics on your screen. Commitment 2026 news. After we have some upcoming elections here locally. Now, of course, we don't vote on a president and stuff like that till November. But here's what we're looking at for local, town, and city officials that you can be voting for. We do know for West Pelzer, their special election is April 21st. City of Lancaster special election is April 28th. So tonight is the West Pelzer special election. We do know District 2. That's the Greenville County Schools District 2, which the Greenville County Schools is not separating into districts, but I think that is just the department. That is May 2nd. We do know the following counties that are affected are Spartanburg, Greenville, and Anderson counties. I want to remind you, you can still stay up to date with all this political information on our website and on our app. We want to remind you that is the following for the elections for Commitment 2026 for the following places, of course, for West Pelzer special election, City of Lancaster special election, and District 2 Greenville County Schools. We do know that as the board meeting there. Let's go ahead and turn now to our Skycam network as we are very nice and dry but traffic is slow, right? This is a look at I-85 South at mile marker 56. I think there was a bird we just saw on the Skycam that flew down. Well, let's just say traffic is still kind of bumper to bumper, but it's moving along a little bit more faster. Not really sure why it's bumper to bumper, but of course, we have our Skycam networks that's been watching this. You can tell we do have new graphics on WFIN News 2. We're still building some. We don't have all of the new graphics, but here's another look at I-385 North, mile marker 37 in Greenville County, going towards downtown Greenville. Traffic is nicer. That Skycam is a little bit more nice there. The other one was a little blurry. So let's go and take a look right now at our satellite and radar with our weather team here. We want to earn your trust, so let's go ahead and dive in. We do have an impact day. Of course, we don't have our 4-day plus built out yet into our graphics system, but this is a look right now. We're feeling pretty nice across the upstate. Let's go ahead and let's at least take you to right now. We're 71 in Greenville, 73 in Greenwood, and looks like mid-70s possibly for Walhalla and Oconee. Yeah, feeling about 70 in Pickens and 71 in Gaffney. So, area-wide, we're very nice and dry from the upstate to the mountains, all of that area. Western North Carolina, we're sitting in Hendersonville, at 68. So we're a little bit colder the more upper elevations we go. Over the next several hours, we continue to stay in the 60s, but drop down to the 50s, mid-50s by 10 o'clock tonight. You won't want to be outside. It's going to be a little brisky out. And that is the continued forecast. Excuse me there. I was actually trying to take a phone call. But when I come back from this phone call, just continue to stay with us on our weather. So sorry there. I had to take a call in the middle of the show. That was terrible. That was not very good of me. But hey, we're continuing to follow after Sora, which is the AI app that many people use for video creations, which actually it is a fun app. But OpenAI, which is the owner of Sora, has now announced it is shutting down Sora, I think by the end of the month, early of May. It's the end of May, excuse me. But we do know it is causing concerns. We wrote out to a statement to OpenAI from WFIN News 2. We sent out an email asking for more information on why they're shutting down Sora, plus what users have asked us, wondering, Will I be able to receive my creations back, or will I still be able to watch Sora once it's deleted from the App Store? We do know that according to Apple and Android users that you cannot download Sora anymore. It does not show up in the App Store. Some even have said in statement that they have worked their way around it, but it's still, we have not heard anything back. I want to remind you, it is still on the top of the show every day to continue to bring you local news you can depend on. Back to our weather now, as, yeah, that was awful. But let's go ahead and continue into our weather right now, as we are nice and dry, 70s, but feeling the 50s by the rest of the week. We'll have the full complete forecast built out into your news too. Forecast, we want to remind you that, hey, special elections are coming up for your town by town. Here's when you can find them. That is just the next ones that we know that you rely on. Of course, we'll have the latest on all of those for more, even that and more, of course, on our app. But we remind you that, hey, you can continue to stay with us at all times. Anytime you want to find WFIN News 2, we're there, right? We are the news team you can count on for live, local, independent news that, hey, stretching from literally Walhalla, which is our probably highest point, Western North Carolina, back to South Carolina, we broadcast local news farther than ever before. We want to remind you to continue to stay up to date with us on live, local, breaking news, and